Welcome to this Gaster making. If you've seen this video already, this one right here, it goes in depth about how to make a Gaster, but doesn't show you really how to make a Gaster, if you can understand that. I'll be sending a file in the Dropbox in the description with also Visual Studios to be able to go through Lua, and I'll go in depth of how to make a Gaster, you know, in the way. In that video that I showed you here, this one, really, it does a really good job in showing how to make a good video, but he doesn't go in depth because he shows you how to make it in a local server. But if you want it for more like of a server thing, I can show you more of in depth. But let's just hop straight into it. First things first, when it comes to making a Gaster, we're going to be wanting to pick a video or a song that you would want for the Gaster. You would want to think of an idol, and you would want to think of a shooting effect. Now you can do whatever you really want with it. I have to pick non-copyright music because, well, this song, I like it in general. However, I'm just going to quickly just download it from whatever software you want to use to download it. Doesn't really matter. But you would also want to get Audacity. You can use whatever you want, but Audacity would probably be your best option. Now, let me just grab the file that I just got, it downloads, and this is the song I'm using. Now for compressing this amount of audio, you would want around 2 minutes of idle and like 2 minutes of shooting. Or otherwise, if it does go past the 2 minutes whilst holding it out, no audio will be playing, so the person would have to unequip and re-equip the weapon. Let's make the idle. Get the part where you really just want it. Get a loop, whatever you want. You can just get the instrumental. That works too. Works well as well. So I'm just going to get what I can. So that's perfect. I'm just going to split it there, make a new project on stereo, bring it down, and that's my idle there. I can copy and paste it twice, maybe 3 times, just to get that 2 minute mark, so I know that it will loop infinitely. And then I can just bring this down, copy this, paste it. It can go past 2 minutes. You can add effects if you want to bass boost it if you would like to, but it's not recommended, but I do it sometimes. And then mute your first track, get this track, file, export audio, export to computer. Now for the idle, you want it to be a wave, and for the shooting, you want it to be an MP3. For the idle, just for my benefit, I'm just going to call it bass idle. In the Lua, it's already been called bass idle. However, I don't have that much time to do it, so I'll just call it bass idle. I'll export it to here. So now I've got the bass idle. I'll unmute this, go here, export audio, export to computer, bass, shoot. You want to click here for format, MP3, there you go. One thing that's very, very cautious about Gmod, the sample rate has to be at 44/100. I don't know why, but it just is. You can change to mono, stereo, doesn't really matter. Just leave it stereo, and just export. Now I've got my audio files right here. Now we're going to go into, this file will be in the description. Well, if you were to look at the other video, you would just get Lua and sound. For this one, you've got resources, you've got particles, you've got models. I've left some models in there so you can play around with them if you would like to. I've left letters, so you have all the letters of the alphabet to use inside of the game for your Gasters. Same thing with a crown. Some people find it difficult to do that. And some materials that I've left in here as well that's animated and will work. if you would like to get other resources or models, you would have to go to the workshop, find a model that you would like. Let's just say I wanted this one. Copy the link. Then you need to bring up GM Publisher right here, and you can just download it by pasting the link right here. Now, let's go to the details. So I've already made my Gasters. I've got them in the weapon, and these are the two. The base Gaster is just a normal white or rainbow, so it will shoot with left click and zoom in with right click. I've also got here for you a red. It has a left click and a right click, but with the left click it has a laser. Does good damage in multiplayer. It's fun as well. So, for sound, for the sounds that I imported right here, what you would want to do is you want to go to Sound, Weapons, G-Blaster, and just chuck them in there. That's simple. Now that I've got this all set up, Steam, Settings, Manage, Browse Local Files, go to Gmod, then Addons. You want to drag this file into there so it's in your add-ons folder. I'm going to keep this open so we can get to the lure when we boot up the game. Once you've booted up the game, click Start New Game, go into a single player, and wait until you load in. Once you've loaded in, hold down Q, go to Weapons, and your Gasters should pop up. These are the Gasters. As the music, they work perfectly fine. Now, you can change everything using the add-ons folder. Go to base Gasters, lure, weapon. We're using the base weapon, so we go into base and shared. This where it might get complicated, but trust me, this is fine. This is the folder, both of these. If I go into the folder, it shows you it's weapon-based blaster. If you change the folder, you change this. This is what you would call it in game. Same thing over here. These are kill icons, so when you kill a player, you would grab from this folder into effects, kill icons, weapon, white. I've only gave you white. You can make any other colors you would like. Same thing with HUD, strap icons, weapon white, icon white. So when you pull it out, it's white. Has that little white thing. Now, this is the folder it will come out of. If I was to change that, it would come out a different folder when you hold Q down or hold down Q. Now, come down. This may look confusing, but you can just grab one of these and paste it, and you can put down a model, well, only a model really. If you come across here, this are vertices, so if you want to move it left, right, closer to you, further away from you, or up and down. The middle ones is up and down, the left one is left and right, this one is closer or further away from you. You would see that there's swept elements here and swept elements here. The V elements are what's being held in front of you. The W elements is what's being dropped on the floor and what you can see that's on the floor. Now, if you were to change the color, you would have to use this one. It literally says color. You can change the color of your Gasters. This is the material of the Gasters that you can change. And if you would like to change all of them at once, let's say I want to go to materials and grab one of the animated ones I've given you in the folder. Click Control F, hover over this, Control F, copies it, go into here, replace, click Control V, you get the material here, paste it, and save. Ooh, save. There we go. Now you can see they've changed into the animated icon. Now, it'll look different. Looks cool. Now, if you want to change the color of the particles that are shooting, you'd come out of here, come out of weapons, go into effects, and it's base_ray. if you are going to make multiple Gasters, do not call them the same thing. Otherwise they will overlap and break. So, if you would like to change the name of the ray, simply just click Ctrl F, type in ray, and right here, this is where it grabs the file. Now you would want to change the name of this. I would recommend keeping _ray so you can keep it allocated if you wanted to find it. You could change it, and that's it. You can come down, scroll down all the way down to here. This is your crosshair. You can change it however you want. I'll just leave it as this. One thing with multiplayer and single player that you must not touch is this. This one right here, the init view model visibility. If you were to change the color of this, so if you were to change it to red, it would look cool, but as soon as you unequip the gun, your hands and your tool gun and your grav gun will turn red. So it will change the color of the player model entirely, which may sound cool, may sound like great. It's not fun. If you had it on black, you can't see anything. So I would recommend not touching that. So I've left you with the models of the letters, so you can spell out whatever you want. I can change this from base. Let's change it to hell, H-E-L-L. If I wanted to add another model, I would want to copy and paste one of these. Let's copy and paste it here. You would have to change the element to a different number for 14, because if you change it to 1, the 1 won't be visible, and this one will be visible, or this one won't be visible, and this one will, because it's getting confused of which one should be shown, because they're both the same element. Let's change this to an S, and let's change the vertices to 3, so it goes down by 1. We'll save it. Obviously, it won't show straight away. We'll have to go in console and kill. There you go. Now you can see it. So you've got all the colours, all that, and it works perfectly fine. Same thing with this one. I haven't gave this a sound file, but you were to shoot, and you would get the beam, the bullets, and all of that. When it comes to the beams or the music, you can just type in .wave. You can find the bass idle. You can change that. And the MP3, which is the bass shoot. You can change the audio files of that. If the audio files are the exact same on both Lua, they would collide and wouldn't really do too great. So, if you guys have any problems with making a Gaster, shoot me shoot a comment in the description. Shoot a comment down below. I'll answer it as best as I can. And with that, peace.